Hey, what's up? This is Morris Chestnut, and you are watching Shifter.
Where are you going?
To the scene of the crime.
Let's talk about Toronto. I assume this is not your first time.
No, no. It's not my first time. I love coming to Toronto. I've been to Caravana.
Behind the truck? Were you behind the truck? So I want to know, like, who are you listening to right now? Like, who are the people that you know? Like, who's on your playlist right now?
I'm a big R&B. I'm a Jodeci, Boys and Men.
Yes, sir. This is your boy Kevin Bourne, also known as KB the Boss for Shifter, and we are here with a Hollywood legend. He's been in the game for decades, doing his thing. Also, a heartthrob to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of women around the world, including my wife as well. We have the legend himself, Morris Chestnut.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Now we're gonna get into the show, but first, let's talk about Toronto. Like, I assume this is not your first time.
No, no. It's not my first time. I love coming to Toronto. I love eating the food here, especially the jerk chicken, which I'm about to eat lunch in a minute. But no, I've been here before. I've been to Caravana.
Behind the truck? Were you behind the truck or on the
I
truck?
wasn't behind the truck, but I was there. I participated. I saw. And then we filmed The Best Man Holiday here in Toronto. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Let's go. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Now we're going to talk about the show, but I saw that you're at the Golden Globes recently.
Yes.
And that was your first time
Golden
Globes. Like, what was that experience like as first in your career?
Oh, it was great. It was a great experience. I was dreading a little bit because you have to get ready very early and get down there because there's so much going on. There's so much traffic. There's so many. You do all these interviews leading up to it. I was kind of dreading the show because wow, I'm going to be in that suit for 8 hours, but the show was great. It went by really fast. CBS did a great job of producing the show. It went by great and fast, so it was great.
What was that feeling? Just like you first walking, like your very first, like was there any jitters at all?
No, I didn't have any jitters. I saw a lot of people there that I knew, and I just saw a lot of people there. I respected their talent. I was so happy for them being nominated and winning those certain awards. So it was, I felt very comfortable there. And another thing, just in between on the commercial breaks where people would just get up and talk to each other and congratulate each other. I was glad to see everybody so happy, and it was just a great night of entertainment.
Mm-hmm. And so how did it feel? Like you're starring in a new series, Golden Globes. Like at this point in your career, you're still hitting new milestones. Like how does it feel after all this time, still working, still hitting new milestones in your career?
And that's interesting because yes, that's great. I think this is what makes it interesting to me. But it's also what I love because I always say that I still have so many things that I want to accomplish, so many things that I want to do because being in Hollywood, it's a rat race. You're always trying to get that next job. People don't understand that, like, as actors, we already know that at some point we're going to be unemployed. You do a movie, you say you sign on to do a movie, you're going to do it, for 2 months. You already know at the end of that 2 months, you're going to go back to being unemployed. And especially the challenge with that is, that you shoot a movie, it could come out, it could be a year before it comes out. So you're always trying to get that, or I was always trying to get that next thing. I would be on a movie trying to get the next movie while I'm on that movie. So time has gone by really fast. And when you talk about it being the first time there, I didn't even really consider it until my team put it on my social media. I was like, oh yeah, it was my first time there. And but it's one of those things where I'm just going to keep trying to do and accomplish great things in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about the show. I had a chance to watch a little bit of it. It's a different take on the whole, Sherlock Holmes and Watson's story.
Yeah.
Was there any kind of trepidation at readapting like it's like a legendary story that everybody already knows?
No, I was really excited for that from that perspective because it's a mythology that I never thought that I'd be able to be a part of. So when they first told me Watson, I was like, oh, okay, playing Watson. Okay, I was really intrigued. Then I read the script, and it was something different. And then I met with Craig Sweeney, the showrunner and the creator of the series, and he told me the direction that some of the characters were going to go and the storylines. I said, I have to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. And I saw that there's like some stunts in there. There's like I see you in the water, kind of treading there, treading water. Like how much of the stunts did you actually do, and what was that whole what was that like? Just kind of like some of the physically demanding parts of the role.
So there are two conditions that I'm just really not a fan of. I'm not a fan of cold weather, and I'm not a fan of being wet. And I was both there, but luckily I didn't have to do everything in the waterfall. We had some controlled water environments to where I participated in. So, but it's fun. I mean, I love doing my own stunts. I have no problem with letting the stuntman do a lot of things because the one thing that I've known in all these years for stuntmen, it's not a matter of if they get hurt, it's when they get hurt, and it's a very challenging thing that they do. And I also realize that my stuntmen make me look better. They do the job better than I could, so I let them go ahead and do their thing.
Hmm. And for you, like obviously you played a lot of roles. Like where does this role kind of is it ranked near the top of just roles you've had a chance to play in your career?
It does. It does. I love this role for a number of reasons. You know, to have this role at this stage of my career, you know, as actors, we draw from our own experiences as a resource for our acting, our life's experience. And this character, he comes in with such a complex situation. He's lost his best friend. His wife is estranged. He's trying to get her back. And on top of that, he's suffering a traumatic brain injury while trying to mentor a group of young doctors. So there's so many things, so many levels, such a complex situation that he's in his life, a stage of his life right now, that it's really exciting to play.
I found it interesting just even the level of friendship between. There's an affection you see in his eyes towards Holmes that you don't typically see on screen when it comes to just male friendship. To the point where he's willing to risk his life for
Yes.
for his friend. Like there's a level of like love that they have for each other that is like very rare that you don't see on screen.
It's exactly, and it's just a love. There's a deep admiration and respect that he had for Sherlock Holmes. He didn't realize it at the time, but you know he risked his marriage to go help Sherlock. And what will be shown out throughout the course of the season is just how much he sacrificed when he left his wife to go help Sherlock. Although he didn't see it at that way at that time. So yes, he has a deep love and admiration and respect for Sherlock.
Now, before we go, our platform, we're heavy in music,
Okay.
music journalism. So I want to know, like, who are you listening to right now? Like, who are the people that you know? Like, who's on your playlist right now?
Oh wow! So I'm old school. You know, I have I'm a big R&B. You know, I'm a Jodeci, Boys and Men. I have some Anita Baker, I have some Luther, but I love rap as well. I love rap and hip hop. It gets me through the gym, but sometimes even the R&B songs get me through the gym. So I have a pretty broad range when it comes to certain music.
Well, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
It's a privilege to sit down with you. I've been watching you since. I was saying this morning. My first time seeing you on screen was Out All Night.
Oh wow!
With
Yes,
Vivica Fox.
yes.
That was my introduction
Oh
to
wow!
Morris
That was a
Chestnut.
long time ago.
So this morning I was like, man, that was the very first time I saw that. I saw you
Wow!
on screen.
Wow! It was a long time ago. You took me back with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, wishing you all the best with everything. Once again, we have Morris Chestnut, the legend. Make sure to tune in January 26th on Global Watson.
Yes.